of all, S for SMART goals is a specific and concrete goal. A specific and concrete. So saying something like, I want to lose weight, is not specific. It's a little bit too general. If you say, I want to lose 10 pounds, that's more specific. So I want you to think about in some of your goals that you've done, have you been kind of vague, non-specific, general, or have they been very clear, concise, specific goals? Okay? So S is going to be for specific, if I can spell correctly. Which I can, but it's the marker. All right. Our M is measurable. Can you measure that you've actually gotten there? So for an example, I want to lose 10 pounds. Well, you know, if you're starting off at 99, minus 10 is 89. I would love to be 99 pounds. I think I was born at 99 pounds, okay? So measurable is, that would be a pretty big baby, huh? Measurable is something that you really want to, first we want to be specific, and then we want to be able to measure that we've gotten there. An example also in college would be, I want to graduate college. Great. I want to graduate college in 4 years. All right, not 5. You can measure whether you graduated college or not. Another example would be, I want to make Dean's List 2 years in a row. Okay, that's very, very specific and it's measurable. All right. The next one is it achievable? Is the goal, and John, this goes back to what you were saying, is the goal you're setting an achievable goal? Is it a realistic one? Or is it just a goal you're throwing out there? To say, I want to lose 10 pounds in a week is not really achievable. Yes, it's specific. Yes, it's measurable. It's not realistic and achievable. So again, you want to set an achievable goal. Going back to, I want to be a terrific event planner, how do we measure that? What is a terrific or a great event planner?
I think the way to measure that is to get reviews from your customers.
So how could we then...
I might think I'm terrific, but...
That's a good point. Is there another way we could write out a specific and measurable, achievable goal for you?
Well, I guess maybe, like, I want to be a terrific event manager by having this amount of money achieved from one wedding.
Okay, that's terrific. That's definitely one way. How about this one? I'm going to just do this off the top of my head. How about I want to have 3 event planning jobs by the time I graduate college. You know, 3 solid weddings on my calendar. And I don't know what's achievable, you know, or I want to have in my first month of graduation 3 events to plan. My first month of graduation. That's what I'm saying about being more specific. Then we start taking it to another level. How am I going to be a terrific event manager? Yes, that's going to come down to how many bookings you have. And maybe it'll be, I want to earn a certain amount of money a year. Or I want to have 3 weddings a month. You have to eventually determine what is terrific to you, okay? And what that goal is for you. But right now, we want to work on a specific, measurable, and attainable goal. So going back to graduation, you know, I want to have 3 events on my calendar by the time I graduate, you know, college, something like that. The R stands for realistic. So we said SMART, let me write here, measurable. And you're welcome to take notes if you'd like. Attainable or achievable. And realistic. Ooh, okay. Something that's realistic. And again, saying when you graduate college that I'm going to have Donald Trump's wedding on my calendar to book, or book, you know, plan, is that really realistic, okay? Or, you know, I'm going to be, Andrew, what are you studying right now? Have you made your mind up? Oh, filmmaking, right? All right, I'm going to film, and who knows, it's possible, but you know, I'm going to film the next, you know, Academy Award winning movie my first week out of college. Not, yeah, come on, let's be realistic. Now that could happen, okay? But again, we want to stay realistic, okay? And lastly, we want to say time limited. And this is where I was going back to, and I think you've heard me say it a few times. By when? By when? All right? It's easy to say I'm going to lose weight, and I'm going to have a great film, and I'm going to be a great event planner. John, what are you working on? Politics or teaching, right? So, you know, a great goal for you is I'm going to land a teaching job right out of college, okay? Clearly, you want to have a time, a by when. So two phrases I've used throughout these SMART goals, if you've caught on, and if not, that's okay, is I will blank by blank. So when you're working on your goals, you want to use the phrase I will, blah, blah, blah. I will be a filmmaker by, or I will have made my first film by the time I graduate college, all right? I will have planned my first wedding by the time I graduate college, all right? John, something, you know, I will have taught blah, blah, blah by the time I graduate college, you know, because you are going to be getting experience. So you want to narrow that down. A specific, you know, and I'm being a little vague here. I'm not being specific enough with John, but a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-managed goal, a SMART goal. So what you've been doing is awesome. You've had goals, you've created goals. But now, if you can look at what's been missing in your goals, maybe the reason you haven't been achieving some of those goals is because they haven't been either specific enough, or measurable enough, or really achievable, or realistic, or you haven't put a by when. So if you can start phrasing your goals, I will, blah, 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 by when, they might be a little easier to reach. Is that making sense to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Is there a goal that you could write down right now for this week that you could go back and see what you wrote and now change that goal into I will blank by blank and see how that changes your goal? And does it seem more realistic now?